Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim that are laboring by pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Nahar, out here from the Hebrew Israelites of Idaho camp, and I'm coming out here with just another news update on what happened today, 5th of July, 2022. We understand that they turned on, the CERN. So, and I was watching the live stream that CERN put on YouTube, and it was a successful test, everything that they were saying. And I just wanted to bring that to the light, post a few articles, or read a few articles, and then play a little video for you, just so anybody that may be hearing about this for the first time can have a little bit of an idea what it's about. So this is starting out by the success, so-called, of their experiment. This is reading from an article. The third run of the Large Hadron Collider has successfully started. A round of applause broke out in the CERN Control Center on 5th of July, 4:47, when the Large Hadron Collider detectors started recording high-energy collisions at the unprecedented energy of 13.6 teltrons. And I'm trying to figure out exactly how they electron volts, or TeV, which is like a high reading for a very high electrical charge that's going through a conduit. So, and then I wanted to read the video talking about what happened before. Getting another call, doing 3 things at once. So this is posted a couple days before they turned on the CERN, and I'm just going to play it on my car speakers so that you can hear what the video is saying and I don't have to change or stop the video. So.
That big circle, it accelerates particles in that big circle, around and around and around and around until they're traveling at just enormous velocity, and then they collide these particles together. And in that moment, it creates a moment that they think is kind of how the Big Bang started the whole universe. That's the whole purpose behind it. However, they also believe that there are parallel realities around us, other dimensions, and there could be other intelligence there. However, there's a reason God put them on the other side of that veil, and you might not want to open the door. Their own director of CERN has gave interviews to the British press in which he admits that's what they're trying to do. They want to open a door to another dimension. And he said, when we open this door, he said, something might come through it into our reality, or he said, we might send something through it into their reality. You can look that up. It's in the British press. Where the CERN was built, this is St. Genus Poeli. That's the name of the township. But in ancient days, guess what it was called? It was called Apolliacum. It was literally a temple to the god Apollo, because they believe that's the gateway to the underworld. The Hindu god of destruction that destroys at the molecular level is right out in front of the offices of CERN, and it's dedicated to Shiva.
So there you go. It was built on an old Apollo temple, and then it was also dedicated to the so-called god Shiva, which is what they have a statue of in the entrance of the actual building that they do their experiments on. So what it does is it's putting, these high energy in a whole 40-mile circle and then colliding them, and then a new process gets created once those two protons get collided with each other. So what they're trying to make is dark matter, which is, I'm no physicist, but that's also a demonic energy as well, because what they're trying to do is they have these left-handed angels that are whispering in the ears saying do this and do that, all it is that it's deceiving them, because these left-handed angels, and I know I haven't grabbed a script yet, I'm driving it in transit, so it's a little bit harder, but I was going to grab one here soon. But what these left-handed angels are doing is they're actually giving Esau, so-called putting him on game. These scientists, these future blacksmiths that we have, they're creating these things so that they get deceived and think that they are on some sort of level of a godlike level, which a lot of the technology that Esau has is godlike technology, really, if you think about it. You're talking with somebody through an invisible line that's across the world, on a phone in real time. That's a pseudo miracle. So, this devil's slowly progressing in his technologies that the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given him. And so he's getting all high and mighty, thinking that he's really about something. So now he's going to start experimenting, and playing with fire. But that's exactly what he is doing, because when you play with fire long enough, you're bound to get burned. So this devil doesn't know what tree he's barking up, because, hey, the answer that he's going to get is not one that he's going to be able to first and foremost control, one that he's expecting, or one that he's even wanting. Because, hey, guess what? The left-handed and the right-handed angels, even though they're on opposite sides, they are working in tandem towards the same goal. So, I didn't want to go too much detail about it. I'm going to get one or two precepts and close it out. So, the first one I wanted to grab is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And this is just one of many of the devices that the devil, the deceiver, has made to deceive the minds of people, thinking that they're working towards a science experiment. And really, they got all these people opening up portals to another dimension that you don't know what's going to come on. And one of the first things that when I saw that video is that movie Avengers, the first one, when they had that portal open up in the sky and all those gremlins and goblins and shit like that was going through, that they were having to fight off above the city. That's exactly what, kind of was in my mind of them, what they're trying to do, because they always put their messages in movies, because art imitates life. So, there's a lot going on. Here we go. So this is referring to the Israelite, but I'm gonna, this also applies to, mankind in general, because mankind in general is wicked, but there's the righteous and there's the wicked that's created to be wicked. That's Esau, Edom. But this is Ecclesiastes 7:29. Lo, this only have I found, that Yahweh hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. Because the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has made our life so simple, but man had complicated everything, man. Complicated literally everything that was so simple that didn't need to be complicated. And that's why we deal with what we deal with today, which is the curses, dealing with this hell that Esau puts us in every single day. The shit we got to deal with at the plantation. And if you're not pissed off, you're not paying attention. If you're happy in this current situation that you have, then you're a happy slave. It doesn't matter if you're Floyd Money Mayweather, man, with all the riches in the world. You're still a slave to the so-called Esau Edom and the beast system that he's pushing on you. So this is just one step closer. News, prophecy watch, in transit. Usually I like to grab a couple more scriptures, but being a driving manual, being on here, I ain't trying to make excuses, but I just wanted to put this out here real quick. Lord willing, that it gets to the ears of the elect, and that is edifying in any way, shape, or form to the body of believers, the 1/3 that follow the Lamb's voice wherever he may go. So, with that being said, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to our apostles and our beloved elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to your hopeful elect Akim that are laboring by pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Nahar, out here signing off from the Hebrew Israelites of Idaho camp. With that being said, Shalom and DTA and Avad Babal. Soon.